Hello and welcome to the fourth installment of mine and Phil's Melos prequel campaign, where Phil is trying to take over Eclipsis Gamma. Yes, I remember the name. So we are playing today a game of Adeptus Titanicus. Long may it rain.
Yeah, definitely. I love this game. I actually love this game.
So yeah, we are playing a game of Adeptus Titanicus where Phil has landed his Titans based off the previous game. If you want to see the previous, it will be linked below. And also in a card, if I'm not incompetent. You can bet your ass that I am. So, yeah, we're playing the Titanicus game because Phil has landed Titans just to help in the assault of Eclipsis Gamma. And my Titans and Knight forces, which are representing the Melosian tanks on the field today, are trying to stave off that assault. Now, to do this, we are playing with the Forge World card from the Planetary Effects, which gives an additional 2 stratagem points and additional 1 Servitor Clay to all of our Titans. We're playing with Mist because although the Forge World is very smoggy, you'd think we'd be playing with thick smog, right? But no, Phil gets to pick his landing zone. So he's picked something that, like, the least bit of smog to attack. And I don't blame him. He gets to pick where he wants to attack. So to represent this assault, we're going to be playing the choke point mission. So that's an objective in the center of the table and basically get the highest amount of scale within 6 of the token at the end of the game. Now, we sort of picked, I suppose we picked out of a small number of the secondary objectives that we drew randomly so we didn't have to read them all. We picked Secure Ground to be my secondary objective. So that's defend a piece of terrain in my deployment zone, which worked quite nicely. I've got a bunker within my deployment zone. So that's going to be the secondary objective for me to defend. So we've got this sort of staged level of attack for Phil to attack. And then, Phil, do you want to go over your secondary? Because this has been a horrendous monologue.
So my secondary objective is Honor Jewel. So I pick 2 Titans in secret. One has to be the Princeps Signoris.
But it's secret.
But you have to pick that one. And if my Princeps Signoris kills them, I get 6 points for yours and 6 points for the other Titan that I've
4 points for the other.
4 points for the other Titan that I keep secret.
And shall we go over our forces today, Phil?
Yeah.
So what have you got?
So I've taken I've got Gore Crows as my Titan Legio. I've taken Ruptura, which allows me to take Warbringers and Reavers in there. My Signoris is in the Warbringer on the far left or right, depending on which way you're looking at it.
It's Warp Shun, far left.
Which doesn't really help because I've just realised I've got a Warbringer on my right and on my left as well.
So it's just the one on the right?
On the right. So it's the Warbringer on the right.
Off camera. The one on the right of camera as you look. So it's the one on the right as you guys are seeing it.
Right. That helps that. They are armed exactly the same. So they've got 2 volcano cannons each and a quake cannon at the top. Both of them have got gyroscopic
targeters,
arrays. I can't remember what the secondary word is.
The 90-degree ones.
Yeah, it basically means that they don't tunnel fire. They've got the 90-degree thing. And then I've taken 2 Reavers that are armed again exactly the same. They've got a turbo laser top hat. I've got a melter cannon and a turbo laser destructor.
Okay. So facing off against this, I've got 2 squadrons of knights, which are obviously I've got 2 squadrons of Lehman Russes, I suppose, which are lances of knights, one with 3 and one with 4. They've got double battle cannon on everything to represent the battle cannons, and thermal lances to represent the vanquisher cannons, which are the seneschals. I've then got a Ferox Light Maniple as my maniple. Who knew? That's in there. Got 2 Reavers, one of which is with my Senior Princeps, who is Harken in the Krytos, which is my Senior Princeps. That's got Gatling Blaster, Melter Cannon, Apocalypse Launcher on top, with my special Earthbreaker shells for my Krytos. I've then got another Reaver with Volcano Cannon, Turbo Laser.
Destructor?
No, the hand one. The Laser Blaster. and Apocalypse Launcher top with Earthbreaker missiles.
Okay.
I've then got 2 Warhounds armed identically.
Let me guess. It's got a Vulcan Megabotter and a Plasma Blaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I was going to take double turbo laser on one of them, but that's the one which broke
in
my last game.
Fair enough.
Which is why I was like, no. So that's what I've got for my forces. In addition to this, to represent my dug-inness on the planet, I've taken all of my what they call stratagem points as basically defenses and Titan Hunter infantry. So I've got 2 Titan Hunter infantry facing Phil down directly in front of his leftmost Warbringer, and then I've got an Apocalypse Launcher that's just a battlefield asset, and a power generator that is behind silo number 5.
So I've got Call the Weak, which is a Vulturum unique one. So if you sidestep or move backwards from one of my Titans, I get to take a shot, but I go up by 1 reactor level.
Okay.
And then I've got Send for Blood. So if I cause critical damage, I get to activate another Titan.
Right. Okay.
Just out of sequence, which is pretty good as well.
Is that just 1 activation for that Titan?
Yeah, so that just takes his activation. So in the combat phase,
just a shot.
No, full activation.
Oh right.
So he gets all his shots against
Right.
that. Not against that target, against any other target. You just get to do that.
Oh nice.
Forge World gives you +2 to battlefield assets. It didn't really feel right that I would have battlefield assets. So the other one I've taken is Voidbreaker Field as well. So just taking that one, this one you picked actually, you were like, oh, just take this. It seems more right than you having a lot
more
of
than
things.
having like a power generator for you.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been there. So you'll probably never see me play those stratagems because I always forget to use them. But we'll wait and see.
With that, we've got to do the YouTubey stuff. If you like this game, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click the bell if you like the channel to see more videos. And if you really like it, there is a Patreon link below where you can get yourself a bounty tray, dice, access to the Discord, ad-free videos, audio versions of all the guides.
Wow.
It's stacking up, mate. It's stacking up.
A lot.
And yeah, all of that lets me know that you guys want to see more content, especially the YouTubey stuff on this game specifically. It lets me know you want to see more Titanicus and more narrative battle reports in general. And with that, we will get into the game. So starting out with my phase, I've got my Warhounds, and they're going to go on to full stride. And the reason I'm activating them first, it might not be most obvious that I should go with them first. My Warlord trait allows my Reaver to take an order, even if a lesser scale has failed it. So yeah, my Warhound's in a squadron, so they've got a 4-up command. I get an 8, so they get a full stride for the squadron. Phil, what's your first?
My Princeps Signoris, Orpheus, he's going to do the split fire.
Okay.
So he gets +1 to his command from being a Princeps Signoris.
I think it might be +2, but we'll see if it matters.
Well,
anyway.
we'll see if it matters anyway. It doesn't matter because it's a 3.
Oh.
So he's got split fire.
Okay, next is going to be my Knight Squadron on the right, who are going to issue a full stride. They get a 10.
Ooh.
They love it. They get that full stride.
And then with my Warbringer on my right, just the normal basic one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do.
That's
on my.
On your left.
On my left.
Oh no!
No. That's my Princess Signoris.
Yeah. So right.
Which way does it look on the screen, Max? You tell me.
It's left on the screen.
Right. So on my left.
Yeah.
My basic Warbringer. He's going to try and do split fire as well on a 4-up command.
Yeah. Stage left. Stage left.
There we go. Stage left. Stage left. Stage left. Stage left.
We're going to be saying, I think, stage left no matter which way you get it wrong. Next, my other unit of knights is going to do full stride. They get a 2. Now, they've got a command value of 5. The Seneschal takes them to a 3. So they fail. And that would normally be the end of my orders, but I can still issue with my Senores. So what's your next?
I haven't got any more.
Are you done?
That's it.
Right.
I only wanted to give 2 orders.
So my Senores is the Melter Cannon Reaver. So my Melter Cannon Reaver on the left is going to full stride and gets it. Okay, so a lot of movement from the defenders. Not tons
No.
from Phil's. So we will get into the first turn movement phase. I go first. I'm going to start with my full stride of my knights because they are rapido. A lot of Spanish coming out.
Yeah.
I sort of want to stay out of visual contact of as much of Phil's dudes over here as possible. So I'm going to get these up behind cover and just a little bit more into this line here because I can do my full stride in any direction. So I don't want Phil's Warbringer to just be like, pummel. Over to Phil. We've got his first movement.
Okay, so I'm going to move my Reaver with the Melter Cannon on my stage left.
Yep. Yeah, we remember it for now.
He's only going to go 6 inches, so I'm not going to push the reactor. So going to turn, go there, turn, because he gets 2 turns, and then move forward. I've just clicked that then, but he had enough turns to not do it. He had enough turns not to do it.
Well, are we playing with destructible terrain this game, Phil?
We never discussed that, but we can do.
Let's.
Right. All this terrain is going to die.
Okay. On to my next activation. I'm going to move my knights over this side. And this is just because they're the least valuable assets. And I'm going to stay out of range of that Warbringer, even though I can't escape this side's fire. So I might as well escape one side's fire and move to there.
Okay. My Reaver here with the Metal Cannon on my stage right. So with Riptora, you can push and go faster once per turn with a Reaver.
Yeah. Without
actually taking any heat or anything. So this one is just going to go...
So Riptora has 2 traits, essentially.
It does, yeah. So if you cause any catastrophic damage, critical damage with the Warbringers, one Reaver then gets to make a free movement.
That's from your mana pool.
That's from my mana pool from Riptora,
yeah. I'm glad I have Krytos with my change anything for a warlord. I'm going to go with my Warhounds. And they're full striding. I've got to activate them both at once. They're going to go there 8. And then turn... because I don't want to push in this first turn. I've got an extra Servitor Clade, haven't I? I'm gonna push both of them, Phil.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with my Mars Warhound, who is going to push and gets... Oh, Awaken, no. So my command check is fine, and I just take 1 heat and go 1 heat on my Plasma Reactor. I'll just do my second Warhound at the same time and gets 1 heat. And my Servitor Clades are going to be very happy with that. And now I'm not saying that I'm now not going to roll any 4s whatsoever. I can just see it. So first one is angling in. And my second is just going to stay in base contact to share shields because they're squadroning and move to here. So that's over to Phil's go. Ooh. Got 1 left. Oh no, he's got 2 left.
No. Split fire.
Yeah, split fire, you can't move.
Move or turn.
You can move or turn.
No, you can't move or turn.
Can you select that to waste an activation?
So I would do. So you do still go.
Right, so I'll go.
You go, oh, that's fine. And also you can also still move and just ignore the order.
Oh, you just ignore the order?
You can decide to move and your order just goes.
My Senor Princeps Reaver is going to push Reactor for full stride. Not full stride.
I know what you meant.
The movement one.
The movement one.
And goes down nothing. So I get to move 9. I'm going to do a turn straight away. Then I'm going to go within my front arc. And just take off a little bit for the horizontal move. And then I'm going to turn back to face Phil's Titans. And hopefully this maximizes all the terrain that Phil's going to be firing through. So he gets multiple minuses to hit.
Yep.
Right. And on to your last, I think.
I'm going to activate my Senores.
Yeah.
He's going to do nothing.
Okay. So this is over to my Volcano Laser Blaster Reaver, who is just going to move within stride and go stand on top of the plasma reactor.
For when it gets really hot.
Yeah, essentially, because I've not used one before actually, but like it gets really hot every game and then can't do anything for half the turns.
Yeah.
So that is my movement phase. Into the repairs phase, I'm just going to do all my Titans, Phil.
Okay.
So Mars Warhound gets back. Lucius Warhound gets the heat back. And that was all of my heat and repairs needed. Have you got any?
Nope.
So that was a fast repairs phase.
Very quick.
And into the shooting. So my Warhounds are going to get absolutely KO'd if I don't move them first. So they're going to do their full stride. And they're just going to move 8 inches and get into the most cover possible while staying out of line of sight of Phil's second Warbringer. Okay. So that is my full stride done. Phil, over to your first shots. He gets ready for a decisive turn.
So I'm going to activate the Reaver with the melter cannon on the stage, right?
Okay.
I'm getting very good at this.
You are. Do you know what? You've got. I've thought about it every time. You've got it right every time.
He's going to shoot at your Princeps Signoris in the Reaver right in front of him.
Yeah. So I don't think there's much cover, if any, from there. However, you're outside 15 inches.
So I'm -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So first, we're going to go with the Turbo Laser Destructor, which is the top hat.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Shield Bane on it, which is draining as well. Push in.
Push in.
So 2 shots, no bonuses. I hit on 3s, so it's 4s.
Yeah.
So 1 hits, and I get 1 heat.
Yeah. So that's 1 shield save at -1 for my Princeps Reaver. I love it because I'm on a 3-up at the moment.
Then we'll use the Turbo Laser Destructor. Sorry, the Laser Blaster is what I actually meant. And we're going to do exactly the same. This is 3 shots, but it's -1 at long range. So he's hitting on 5s.
Yes.
And does nothing.
And takes a heat. Excellent.
Takes a heat.
Phil's getting hot diggity dog already. Over to me go.
Oh, Melter Cannon, sorry.
Do you want to fire the melter cannon?
I do. Am I within range? No, I'm not.
So you fire it, you take -1 to hit on nothing and miss completely.
Yep.
Excellent. Over to my go. I'm going to... Now Phil sort of started firing on his right flank, which means I might be able to negate a little bit of damage coming from camera left. Stage left, the one that he's been doing right as well.
Stage left.
What I'm going to have to do first is actually move these knights out of the way because they're in a real annoying position for my Reaver. Oh, they
didn't get they failed the order. They didn't get it.
Complete losers. So I'm going to have to move within my front arc, straight forwards, or not straight forwards, but within the front arc, straight. Not what I want to happen there yet. I'm going to use one of my Titan Hunter Infantry.
Okay.
So my Titan Hunter Infantry have 4 dice for their shots. They hit on 5s, and if you're within 6, they hit on 4s. So are you within 6? You are. So at the Reaver, I'm hitting on 4s.
-1 to 5.
They're not, because they're not over 15 inches away.
Oh, they're not.
No. So 1 shield save for you, please, Phil.
Thanks for coming.
Yes! Yes!
And this is on the Reaver with the metal cannon on the stage.
It was.
wasn't it?
So over to Phil's go again.
Okay. Because I've got Honor Jewel, I really want to try and get down the Princeps straight away. I'm going to activate my Warbringer here to take a shot at the Reaver straight down.
And this is the split firing.
The split firing one. So what we're going to do is the Volcano Cannon on the stage right is going to go to the Reaver that's behind the silo. And the other 2 guns, the Quake Cannon and the Volcano Cannon, are going to go into the Reaver that's on the stage right there.
Okay. So I'm near definitely hard cover there.
Yeah.
-1 for being over over 15 inch range. So -3 brings Phil to a 6.
Yes. Yes.
So you're going to have to push to fire your volcano cannon.
I am. So,
So he misses and is awakened. So Phil rolls a d10 for his command.
Where is it? There it is. 5.
Loves it, but
just takes heat on that one. So he misses. So he scatters.
Yeah, d10 from my head. 2 inches that way and still nails me.
Yeah.
I don't think you get a night though, because it's outside of. Yeah, it's more than 3 inches away. So no point even picking up that template.
Okay.
So I've got. Have you hold me? Has Phil hold me? No, not from the center. So that's 1 shield save. I take a shield. Senores, no. So I go down, but stay on a 3-up save.
So then the next one I'll fire is the Quake Cannon.
Yes.
So that is also on a 6.
Yeah. Oh, he nails me. So that's 2 hits on my shields. I'm on a 3-up. I sort of want to push now, just because I'm still on a 3. It's not a lot of incoming fire, but I just don't want to drop to that 4 before I start pushing. I'm not taking any heat, so I'm gonna do it. I take none. And I love it.
The volcano cannon is going to go into the Reaver down there. So
yeah. So that's draining as well.
It is.
Is it diggity dog? You
is
get
it
really hot.
a 5 on that, or is it going to be a 6? You tell me from the cover.
So from here, Phil can definitely see my Titan, but I am slightly obscured.
So 5s.
So 5s, including the -1 for the miss. So Phil rolls for his draining and to hit at the same time if he wants. He hits and it's 1 heat. So he's down 2 heat on his Senores.
No.
And hits.
Not my Senores.
Oh, that's not your Senores, is it?
No.
So 2 because this blast is centered over me. And I take 1 shield on my non-Senores Reaver. Still on a 3. Phil's still got his Senores and this guy and this guy. Oh, what do I want to do? Senores is going to move now. And the theory is that if I wait until the Quake Cannon's fired, moving my Senores then triggers the Void Breaker stratagem as well. And then the Reaver shoots versus just trigger the Void Breaker, Reaver shoots. So I'm going to move my 8 inches. I'm actually only going to go 4 inches of that because I sort of want to be behind this building as well so that I've got like more cover, and that will definitely get me out of the rain or out of the arc of Phil Senores.
Yep.
So long as I can stay like that all game, Phil can't possibly claim his points. That's the plan anyway. So Phil, over to your go.
I'm going to activate... Oh, I don't know what to activate now. I was thinking about the Reaver. I don't think... Because you've moved him there, I don't think I've actually got a shot. And you can't check it beforehand. The Reaver here, with the metal cannon on the stage left, he's going to shoot at the Reaver that's directly in front of him. I was toying with hitting the Senores, but I don't think it's worthwhile. So I'm just going to go straight down. First thing though...
Is he within 32 inch range?
Is he within 32 inch range?
And that's
32.
Is he in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because you're not even on the front of my base.
Yeah.
Which happily means my Reaver is in range as well.
He's in 32 inch range as well. So I'll use the Turbo Laser Destructor at the top first. I'm going to use Draining for it.
And I think we're on terrible to hits here, Phil. Because we've got this in the way.
Yeah.
And behind here...
So you claim cover once, so you're going to get minus...
I'll be into off the, like, percentage obscure.
Yeah. So with this, you're going to get -2 because it's
and
obscure.
You can't go higher than that.
And you can't go higher than that. -1 then because of the over 15 inches.
So we both 6s to hit.
Both 6s to hit. So the first one, I'm going to use... I'm not going to drain. I'm not going to use Shield Bane. He's already on 4 saves and it's 6s to hit. So 1 6. and weapon for what it was worth.
I think it's the next roll you roll the weapon on. I'm on a 3-up save. I'm gonna push. No, because I've got the volcano cannon. I am gonna push. I don't want to die. I don't like dying. So push your shields. So I go down 1 heat, and I get re-rolling 1s on my 3-up.
You only need to roll 1, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, I passed both.
Doesn't matter. Then I'm going to use the turbo laser, the laser blaster. Sorry, I keep
Okay,
calling
so
it the
that's
wrong one.
2 to hit.
That's 3 shots.
Oh, is it?
It's 3 shots.
Okay.
The laser blaster's 3. The top hat's 2. It gets -1 on long range, but it's 60s to hit.
That's 60s anyway. Yeah.
Nothing. And the melter cannon is out of range.
Okay. Excellent. For my riposte, I'm going to fire my next Titan Hunter Infantry.
Okay.
Which you're going to fire at Phil's Reaver. Phil, can you check whether the furthest Titan Hunter Infantry away?
20 inches.
Are they within? They're not within 6.
Not within 6.
So they hit on 5s. Come on, barefoot dice. Oh! And we are both using the same dice today. So.
I'm going to push my reactor on this Reaver because he's already in a 3-up save.
Okay.
So 2
the double.
Heat,
he takes the double.
And then I've got 3 saves to make. Get to re-roll the 1.
Yeah.
And I take 1. So he's now down to 4-up saves.
Better.
I hate Titan Hunter Infantry. I hate it.
when he just gets the trip 6.
Where he just pings off all the way through.
Yeah, they're very annoying. Phil's going to have to destroy some
terrain.
Yeah. Now, is that you out of activation?
No, I've got 1 more. Orpheus, the Primus Senores.
So,
Senores. No matter how you say that, you put a Spanish accent on it, isn't it?
Yeah. I do anyway. I'm going to fire my battle cannons from my knights here. They've each got 2,
right,
making 4 because they're very rapid fire, these battle cannons. And they're going to fire into Phil's Reaver that's directly in front of his Senores. So, they get 8 shots total and hit on over 15-inch range. Oh, let's see if they're actually within the 24. I think they are. But, oh no, because you were... They're not. So, wasted shots. Phil's go.
Last activation is going to be Orpheus, the Senores. He's going to shoot at the knights.
Because I bet you can just see these.
He can see those 2. So he's going to shoot at the knights. First one, we're going to use the Quake Cannon.
Yep. So let's count these down. So Phil's at long range. How much cover is there? You get to see a grown man squat.
I can see the 2 dead on.
Right, okay, no cover.
No cover.
So it's just -1.
So let's hit first. So we're hitting on 4s. We hit.
He blasts them.
And just came out blasting.
And that one clips my Reaver and gets all 3 knights with a central hole on. Well, that's the Senores, but I'll take it on who I want, thanks.
Can I have some more barefoot dice?
No, I'm keeping my stack.
You keep your stack. So 4 on the knights.
Yep. What strength are you?
10? It's not. Give me 2 seconds.
So Phil's strength 9. If you get anything but a 1, you'll get a direct hit.
Oh!
So the 1 fails because the 1's a fail.
Always a fail.
The strength is enough to do a direct. So we've got a 12, a 12, and a 14 is devastating. So a 12, a 12, and a 14 pops a knight. So this one.
Okay. And then we've got 1 on the Reaver.
Yeah. So my Reaver's going to take his shield, and he loves it.
Didn't even get to roll any damage. And then I've got
your volcano cannons.
The volcano cannons. So again, both. You are going to get cover from this one.
Okay.
but not this one.
Okay.
Um,
So the one that I don't get cover from hits on a 4. And draining. See the draining? 2 heats and hits. Oh, it hits on a 5 even, but it still hits. And it gets all 3 again. Center holds the knights.
No, it's small blast template.
Is it not got a warlord level?
No, it's not got a bellicosa. It's got a 3-inch blast. That
Oh
one.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
So it's going to get the knights again. It's just going to get.
So it central holds both the knights.
Yep.
Oh, it central holds the knights, so it gets 3 hits. So that's
13.
13, 13, 13.
13, 13, 13.
So that's devastating, devastating pops a knight, and devastating. And it's just the seneschal left.
And then the next one, so this is on 5s.
Yeah. And you drain him.
And my draining.
So 3 total heat from Phil there. Like across the turn, that is. And it's a miss. So where does it scatter? 3 inches to the my. So you center hold my Reaver and nothing else. Oh, oof.
Your 2 saves.
Yeah. It's my Senores. I've not taken any heat yet on my Senores. I'm gonna roll for the draining of the shields. I take 1, and I'm gonna re-roll my 2. I love them anyway. Well done, Senores. Well done.
That's my activations done with these now.
Yeah. Now I need to check, I think, to see if my Knight banner is shaken. So because of 2 taken away knights, destroyed knights, that's the words. I have to take 2 shaken tests. So that's a command check. My Seneschal's still around. So that's passed and passed because of my command of 6 down to 4 for being a Seneschal. So I've got 2 activations left in my turn. I've got my knights on this side who have just had a demonstration of what you don't do with Titans around. So I'm going to hug some cover, and I'm going to go within my front arc to here, to here, and not that. It's not that much of a hide, but I'm going to do it. I've got to do me some hiding. So they go to there. Phil, you've got nothing left, have you?
No.
So I'm just going to fire my Reaver over here, which is going to fire at Phil's Reaver because we know it's in 32-inch range.
Yep.
The benefits of having more units. So I find my Apocalypse Launcher that's got 5 missiles. Hit-iles.
What are you firing at? You firing at this dude here?
Yeah, your Reaver because you know it's in 32. I need 6s to hit because we're both in that cover.
Yep.
So nothing. It's got mixed in a Goonhammer dice. Next, I've got my laser blaster, which has got 3 shots. -1 to hit at long range, but I'm hitting on 6s. Nothing. And then the volcano cannon.
Lovely draining. Lovely draining.
lovely draining. Is on. Yeah, I'm gonna fire it. I'm stood on top of a plasma generator. So I take 1. Ooh, and that'll be a nice one to do. So I hit on 6s. Oh! And Phil just takes 2 shield saves. His shields are still up. Is this the do I want to push stage?
He's in yellow at the moment. If I push and get 2, he'll go into amber.
But you could fail the 2 voids, you mean?
Yeah, and I can fail my boot 2. If I fail my 2 voids,
he goes down.
He goes down. So I am going to risk it and do the push for that. Thank you. So the push, Machine Spirit.
Check.
Check. Check. 4.
Fail.
Commands 4.
Oh, is it? Oh, I so wanted it to be 5.
1 goes through.
Right. And he just takes 1 heat and stays in yellow.
Yeah.
Right. That's the last act. Oh no, I've got my Apocalypse Launcher.
Oh, rubbish.
Yes. Yes, I knew it was worth taking them. So my Apocalypse Launcher is going to fire at Phil's Reaver that's down shields. Basically, it's always best completely stripping someone's voids. So I get +1 to hit at long range. That's over 30. So Phil is over 30.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's check. In fact, is he? If I was within 32 of that Reaver...
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, that's excellent. So I get +1 to hit, I get -1 for long range, and there's no cover from there.
No.
So I'm hitting on 4 plus, +1 to hit, 3 plus.
-1 because you're over 15 inches.
Ah, yes, true. So I get 2 hits.
Now, I can't risk pushing my reactor for this because I'm on the yellow there. So I just need to take the 2 4-ups and...
Fail 1, and shields are down. Shields are down. Right, so that is the end of the shooting phase. The end phase, we got nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And into turn 2. So just as a brief interlude to the game, me and Phil are doing a Melos event, which this is the prequel run for, in May the 4th. I almost forgot it.
May the 4th.
May the 4th. How can I forget May the 4th? Yeah, so with that, we've got some sponsors that are nicely helping out on that event. We've got Deep Cut Studios, who sponsored all the mats for the event, as well as all the mats that you see on the channel are all Deep Cut Studios mats, so you can see the nice quality of them, is what I pick.
Mm-hmm. Anvil Industries, which have given us a secret thematic battlefield asset, I guess.
It's more a hindrance, Phil. It's
more a hindrance.
We like giving hindrances to all the players. Yeah, and finally we've got Little Legend Studio, who is sponsoring some of the prizes for the event. And with that, we won't take up more of your time. We'll get back on with the game. So, into turn 2, me and Phil are going to roll for priority.
Well, mine's a 4.
Mine's a 1.
So it didn't really
So
matter
you
anyway.
win. You win. We both got scores we could have got on a D6. Yeah. So, Phil, declare thee first.
Right, okay. I'm gonna go first fire.
Oh, on that dude.
On this dude here.
I'm gonna go first fire on no one yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. My seneschal here that's not shaken is gonna get a full stride. He gets it.
I've not rolled for mine yet, actually. And he gets it.
Yeah. So that's over to you again. Forgetting my Titan Hunter infantry they don't need to move, but I am doing. They're going to go 1 on either side of this Reaver and definitely not be within shield range. Just so I want to be taking down the shields with him essentially. So yeah, Phil, over to you.
So this Reaver with the metal cannon stage left, I'm going to do emergency repairs.
Yeah, and that's the one that's got his shields down at the moment.
Shields down at the moment, and that's on a 4-up. So does it on
another
a 4?
Right, I'm gonna go. I don't know how much more I want to go with anything. So I'm just going to do first fire with my Reaver with the volcano cannon.
Yep.
8, he gets it. So Phil, any more orders?
No, I think I'm going to leave that as it is there. Quite happy where my Senoris is, and I want to really move that Reaver.
Yeah, because you were thinking of split firing, but
yeah,
I think with where I placed my Titan Hunter infantry,
I need to
screw you.
Yeah, I need to move forward.
Yeah. So over to me. Do I want to do any more? My Warhounds. No. We've measured this building. I can step over it because I've got scale 6, and apparently you can step over 6 inches high if you've got scale 6. Who knew? No, I'm actually happy with that. Everyone wants to do everything in this phase. So over to going first. Phil, it's you first. What do you want to do?
I'm activating the Reaver for his emergency repairs.
Smart move. Smart move.
So he's got usually 3 servitor clades, but we get one more because of the Forge World.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and ignite his shields again. So on a 6, I get them back.
He double does. He double
Boom.
does.
So they're reignited there, and the order's now gone.
So I've actually just realised that the Apocalypse missile launcher, we fired it last turn shooting phase.
Yep.
It should be in act orders phase.
Okay.
So the shooting phase one goes into turn 2 in act orders. And then Phil, the continuity is still there, so I fired it last.
Yeah.
So next turn that will be doing something not in the shooting phase. In my actual movement, there's not as key to do this Reaver on first fire anymore. So that was just to scare Phil into doing that first, which allows me to... you've got no first fires, have you?
Yep.
Oh,
Warbringer.
Ooh. So my Reaver that is on first fire, I'm actually going to draw power because my intended thing of being on first fire was to make sure Phil had to activate that. So yeah, I'm just going to draw and recover 2 or D3 energy. So that's 3 that takes me back to full green on my plasma. So that's over to Phil because I want to see what he's doing.
So I'm going to activate the first fire with this here to try and get some shots.
So that's camera left,
stage
Warbringer
left.
Well, so I was just thinking this: are you stage or am I stage?
Don't give a shit.
Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Who cares?
As long as everybody knows I'm activating this Warbringer.
Yeah.
So first fire, he's going to go. I think for the seniors, your seniors, I think I'm just going to have to do that, and everything's just going to get ploughed into that one.
Right.
So I'm going to do the.
So Phil's activating that one.
So I'm just going to do the Quake Cannon. Don't really want to go up on heat on it, so there's no point in doing that. You've still got shields. So to hit, we have got clear line, but it's over 15 inches, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s. Don't. So then we've got scatter.
D10 plus that one.
Yeah.
So off the head, 2 inches and still gets me. So I don't think you've holed me.
No,
I've got 1 save on my Signores. I'm still on a 3. I'm just going to take it because I'm about to start repairing. Love it. Over to my move. Phil's not giving anything away yet. I know he's only moving 2 Titans, but yeah, he's not giving anything away. My knight is going to move and go 10. I moved it 12 last turn because we had a Sarastas terminal on. But yeah, we now know it's 10 for that once I've got the correct terminal on him. So that's my move. Over to Phil. Get your movements done so I can see what's happening.
So my Reaver here has still got its full shields and everything.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the template for this because it is actually
key. He picks up an unpainted template, and we've got painted templates there. So we get the Reaver template, which is painted. Yes. See, look how much better that looks. Yes.
So
antiquated template.
Gets to move 1.
No, that's 2 into it's 45 for a turn. So if we'll wax down the template.
So I'm going to take my 2 turns.
Yep.
Turn there. Then this is going to be the one from Ritora that's going to actually move further.
Without having to push.
So it can go. It goes in a straight line. Is it like that? I mean, because you can
you can move within your 45 degree or your vision arc straight.
Right.
Like you can zigzag about within the arc.
So we can go there.
Yeah.
Is that right? And then I'm going to push for a turn.
To turn back on yourself. Yeah.
Turn back on myself.
Because Phil does not want to be facing that side.
So it's only 1 heat. Quite happy with that. And then to do that turn,
Yeah, I think you can move a full 90 if you wanted. So Phil completes his move. Over to me, I'm going to move Senores. And Senores doesn't really want to get into it with both of them this particular turn. So I'm going to be a coward. And I'm going to move behind this building 6 inches to here to be out of line of sight of those 2 Titans. Because I want to split Phil's priority on his Warbringer. Over to Phil.
I've only got my one Warbringer.
Yeah.
That can move 5.
Yes.
Without pushing.
So he moves up. Now, this is the decision bit. So he's not moving his full 5. Does the turn come in? Does he expose the flank?
No. I don't know whether this is 6 or not. But
Yeah.
I don't want you to get the +1.
Right, okay.
So I was going to move the full 5 up, but then I was like, I think I'm definitely within 6 there. That might be just in or just out.
Okay. So with that, I'm now going to move my Warhounds. And I'm going to start using the Ferox Light trait. So I'm going to activate my squadron of Warhounds. I've got 3 turns, so that's 2 to get to 90. That's 145. I'm going to move 2 to 90. I'm going to move my full. I'm going to move 6 inches to the board edge. I'm going to make my other turn of 45 and then move 2 more inches to get to here. Now, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to do exactly the same with this Warhound to get to here. So that I've got an unimpeded shot of Phil's Reaver. Phil, you're out of activations now, aren't you?
Yes. Are they going to be touching it or not?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yes. I wasn't really thinking about it, but yes. Next, my Knights are going to move up their 10 and get alongside my Titans.
Oh, sugar. I've not played my thingy again.
What's that war?
My stratagem.
So Phil keeps forgetting his stratagem. Phil, do you want to like do you want to do it?
No, we'll wait and see if the Reaver survives. If it survives, then we'll go for that.
Right, okay. And I'll definitely maintain within land's coherency. So that is my movement. I've finished my movement now and it's into repairs. So
the best phase.
The best phase. So Phil, do you want to just do all of yours?
Yeah, I'll do the Reaver that's got
Oh no, you just roll.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So this is your non-Senores.
This is the Reaver with the melter
Oh,
cannon.
sorry. Yeah, the emergency repairs Reaver
So
can recover a shield and a heat.
1 heat.
Or 2 heat.
No. We'll
No.
bring his shields back down to 3.
Right.
Should I just do them all?
Yeah.
Do this one then.
So that's
the Reaver on the stage, right? With the
yeah,
melter
that's about to
cannon,
get Ferox.
right? And this is so you can go down 2 heat.
Yeah.
The Warbringer, that is not my Senores.
Yeah. So that's full shields at the moment and just down 3 heat. So gets back 3 heat.
And
Back to full. And Phil Senor is just 2 heat. Gets them back. Right. So I have got full on my Warhounds. So I just need to start recovering some Reavers. My Senores gets 2 shields back. Only needs 1. So gets a heat back as well. And he's now back to full. And my Reaver that has a laser, like the Volcano Cannon Reaver, gets 2 shields, but only needs 1, and he's back to full. So, actually, other than a little bit of heat, we're on full again.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's time to start doing some damage, I think, Phil.
Yeah, definitely.
For both of us. For both of us. Over to shooting phase, and Phil shoots first. He's sprinting across to his Reaver. What are you doing with that Reaver, Phil?
The Reaver is going to shoot. I think you're within 8 inches there anyway, so I'm just going to go for the Warhound that's at the front.
Okay. So he's firing 2 laser blasters and a melter.
3 laser blasters.
3 laser blasters.
And we're going to use draining for these as well.
Okay. So he takes 2 heat.
Yeah.
And gets 3 hits because we're not within 2 inches to use weapon skill.
Yep. So you're on 4s for your saves.
And that's 3 hits. So I'm gonna share shields with my Warhounds, right? I'm gonna push my shields. I take a heat and stay with my my Mars. Stay in yellow. So it's 3s or 4s, and I can't re-roll that, so I'll just take that on my Mars shields.
So I'm going to use the melter cannon next.
Yeah.
So 3s. No.
Misses and scatters off.
Scatters off.
And he's been getting low scatters up to now, so he scatters 6 pretty much directly backwards, slightly towards the knights. So to here, and you'll nail 1 on the Warhound at the back and 2 on the knights.
I don't think you will do. Oh, come on, you stupid tape measure. So 6.
Oh, from the...
it's from the shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's there. So it's like that.
Oh, you get 1 knight and 1
knight
on my Warhounds. So the rear Warhound is going to share shields.
Is that going to push?
No. Share shield is fine. And on the knights, I don't get a save because you're so high strength, Phil.
D10, because you're within 12 inches.
Oh, is it 12 for that's melter range?
Yep.
9, a lot, a critical hit. So it takes out a knight, and we'll just get on with our lives.
Yep.
And that's a shaken test for that knight banner. Loves it. Okay. Right, so I need to start doing some ripostes here. And it might be a bit weird, but I'm going to shoot my Titan Hunter infantry that are closest to Phil into his Reaver.
This one here?
No.
This one here?
Yeah, I really want to take down their shields. So within 6. So hits on 4s. So I get 3 hits. Are you going to push for shields, Phil?
No.
So take down 2 shields.
1 shield.
Oh, 1 shield, sorry. And that takes him still in 3s. That's over to Phil's go again.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to use this Reaver.
The emergency repair.
Emergency repairs. He's going to shoot at the one that's down there.
Yeah, that's at my Reaver.
Yep. So we know. So
we know he's in 32.
We knew he's in 32. I'm not going to do shield bane or anything like that. So it's 6s. No. And then 3 for the other 6s. 1. No, that's the laser blast.
So a 3 up to save on my shields is fine. And I think that's the way them two are going to be trading blows all game.
If he doesn't take any, if he has shields, he's moving.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be the main thing there.
Yeah, I'm going to fire with my other Titan Hunter infantry. I'm going to fire at the same target. They've got 12-inch range, and I think I'm just out. So that's over to Phil's go again.
Whiffed.
Yeah. I can smell blood.
My Signoris is going to shoot at the Reaver.
That's at my Signoris.
Yeah. So you have got cover there, definitely, and so it'll be. I think I'm on 6s.
Right.
So I'm 3s usually. You're over 15 inches. I think you've just got enough for the over 25% cover.
I think I've got -1 on your left. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'll have -2, I think, on the others. But let's be realistic, that one is pretty well sighted.
Okay, so I've got 5s on the first one, and it's draining, and that is the volcano cannon. No, so it then scatters. I always lose this.
They're very similar coloured dice, aren't they? So it goes 8 inches off.
Nowhere. So it goes up 1 here. Up. And then the the quake, which is 6s. No, so that scatters. 2 inches. Still nails you.
Yeah, I think that'll hold me with the direction of my base. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets me. I got
So that's
2
2
shield
saves.
saves. Yeah. I've got a 3-up shield, so I'm not going to push on this. I'm fine there.
And then it's 6s for the other volcano cannon. So he goes up 1 heat.
Yeah.
And
rolls the scatter.
Rolls the scatter again. 2 inches.
He holds me again.
So it still is going to, even with the small one.
Yeah. So 3s, I'm fine there. Right. So my Apocalypse launcher is going to fire, like, using its because they can fire indirectly, can't they? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be hitting on 6s because it's -2 for firing indirectly, and then -1 for being over 15 inch. 1. Yes, they stack up.
Which one are you shooting at? This,
Oh,
the Reaver,
always at that Reaver. Until that Reaver goes down this turn. So takes a shield, and he's down to 2. That's back over to Phil's go.
I've got this Warbringer that's just going to plow everything into the Reaver down at the bottom there.
Okay.
So it is going to be -2, I think. So it's going to be the -2 from this, -3 from this one. -3 from this one, but not from that one there. Because I've got just a -1, because I've got a direct shot going straight down.
Okay.
So we'll do the one that I don't think is going to miss first, which is going to be the draining volcano cannon on the stage, right?
Okay. It hits with 2 heats.
It hits with 2 heats.
So that's 2 shield saves. I fail 1 and go down a shield, but stay in 3.
We'll do the second volcano cannon then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is 5s. 6s.
With a heat dice.
With a heat dice. I was just going to roll afterwards properly.
So that's just 1.
It doesn't do anything. Where's it scatter though? Way
8
off.
inches off. Not as accurate this turn on the scatters, 2 inches all the time last time.
And that misses with the quake cannon, the Mora quake cannon. Where's it scatter this time? And that goes 8 inches the other way, and it's going to hit nothing, even with a massive template.
Yeah. So that was your last Titan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my Signores is going to fire it indirectly at your Reaver.
Okay.
Okay. And that's because I've not split fired. These are just wasting the rest of the shots. So I don't hit with anything. So I'm going to go into my Knights, of which I've got 2 battle cannons left in the banner. And then I've got
the thermal lance.
The thermal lance, yeah. So that's 4 battle cannons in total that hit on 4s for the Knight banners. So that's 2 hits. Is it enough to take down the shields? Let's give Phil some actual dice.
No, it's not for this. So this is still on 3s. I know this is on 4s. And it would be enough to take down. So I'm just going to push the No, I'm not going to push react. So let's just see if I get 4s. No, so I go down and I've got 1 left on a 4.
Yeah. Then the thermal lance. This is dual thermal lance. So that's 1 dice for each one. If I'm at 6 to 12 away, and I am because I'm at the back, I get -1 to hit. So that's 5s to hit with the thermal lance. Nothing. Cheers for coming. Next, I'm going to do my coordinated strike. And this is from my Warhounds. So if I'm within my scale, I get +1 to the damage roll.
Yeah.
And I've got to declare all my shots at the start. I'm going to do maximal fire on my plasma gun.
Okay.
and I'm going to fire my Vulcan Mega Bolter first, because you've still got a shield. So the Vulcan Mega Bolter gets 6 shots. It's not the greatest of hit rolls, but it'll do. It'll do.
You're on 3s with a Warhound.
I am. All Titans. So
you get +1 with short range with Vulcan Mega Bolter, don't you?
You do, within 8 inches, so let's measure it. You're right. So yeah, I do.
I don't know what you...
I don't know what I rolled. Roll those 3 and see if it matters. I take down the shield so it doesn't. So now when I fire my Plasma Blast gun, I'm firing in a squadron, so get +1 to my damage rolls as part of the squadron.
Yeah.
I'm also in a Ferox Maniple and just within my 6 inches of my scale, so I get +1 to my damage rolls.
Yep.
That means I get +2 plus the maximal fire of the Plasma Blast gun.
Which is 2 shots.
Yes. So the 2 shots, I don't get any 1s, so I don't go up in heat. And I hit twice. So that's 4 total hits, because it's a blast, on Phil's Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
So I am strength 10, +2 for the coordinated strike in the Ferox, so 12. Plus my dice, so that's ignored. So that's 14, 14, 18. Oh, to the wear. This is going to be weapon now. Just what all this build up is going to be weapon. Body. 14, 14, 18.
So 14 is 2. 14 is 2. 18 is a critical.
So that goes up 2 and the first on the critical track.
It goes up 4.
No, it goes up 2 for critical. So that brings Phil to the end of his critical track.
Mm-hmm.
Or not to the end of the critical track, to the end of the armor track.
Yeah. For his body.
Yeah. So now I'm going to fire first with my Vulcan Mega Bolter, and I'm not going to push my Plasma Blast gun on the Warhound.
Are you going to call the shots?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to call to the body with the Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yeah.
So that's -2 to hit. So I'm on 4s, because it gets +1 to hit as a Vulcan Mega Bolter within 8. So I get a 6, which is 2.
Isn't it -2 for called shots?
Yeah, so I go to 5s, +1 for my shot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's 5 total hits. I'm on strength. So I'm on strength 6 base, +1 for the squadron, +1 for the Ferox Light. So and +3 for Phil's damage track.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 11. So I've got 13, which I imagine is damage. I've got more than that, which is damage.
Yeah,
and I've got another one, which is damage.
Yeah,
so
he goes to the end of his critical.
Yes. And then that we roll on the critical damage thingamabob, which is 4.
Titan move D6 in a random direction, then falls described on page 36.
Engine kill.
Yeah. Oh, God.
3 inches back, and then falls from that 3. It follows your scale in a random direction.
Yeah, but it's not really going to hit anything, which is why I was like,
well,
really?
Fall in a random direction. No, just backwards.
And just goes.
And goes over. So that is the end of the shooting phase. We've got nothing in the end phase, so we get into the command phase of turn 3. What dice we go with? 10. 5 versus a 10. So I have to go first. So command phase, I'm going to redeploy my Titan Hunter Infantry. And they're going to pop back up, surprise, in this building and this building. Because those buildings haven't been destroyed yet. They were expecting incoming fire, so ran.
I was going to, but then I thought I could do some other stuff.
Yeah.
What are your orders?
Well, I'm going to fire my Apocalypse Launcher first.
Oh!
I'm going to fire that at your Reaver because I actually remembered that it comes in this point in the turn. So that's 5 shots. I'm over 15-inch range.
And you get +1 for over 30 inches.
I do. So
it goes
+1, -1.
4s to 3s to 4s again.
Yes. So into the Reaver. 3 saves, please, Phil. Takes 2. And
I've been really unlucky with those shield saves.
oh,
The time has got to be where you're not going to make any hits.
it's coming soon, I bet. I'm not going to issue any orders.
Okay, your movement first then.
Because you're not issuing any orders.
Nope.
Right. So, movement phase. My knights run off. And they're going to go 10 inches back the way we came. Yeah, just running off to here. Just running off to here. Phil's go.
I'm going to move this Reaver. And I tell you what, I need the movement debris.
The debris, is that what it's called?
Yeah. So, actually, you can just go there.
Yeah, within his arc.
Within his arc. And I'm going to turn for one turn that way.
Oh, I think Phil spotted what I was going to do.
I think
and he's now moving against it.
I'm going to turn that way. So I've still got my front arc on that one there, haven't I?
Yeah.
And I've still got a front arc to that one there, haven't I? So that's the idea.
I think Phil spotted that I was actually just going to run off into defensive stance rather than coming back that way. So I don't want to give anything away yet. So all I'm going to do is move my Senores to face off against Phil's Reaver, so I can't be seen by this guy here, the camera left Warbringer. Go on.
So it doesn't matter if I tell you this now, but I was hoping you would move that further up because I know I was going to play two of my stratagems.
No, very, very defensive with my Senor.
Going to play my Void Field Breaker to hopefully get that down, and then play the one where if you move out of the arc of one of my Titans, I get a free shot with another one.
Right.
So that was the idea for me there. So okay. But you haven't moved out. You've moved it slightly, but you're still in the arc of this one, and you've not moved out of the arc.
He's 90 degrees.
Yeah, you've not moved out of the arc of any of them. So that was the idea. If you came to meet me, you'd have done that. Then that's where I was going to go with it, and hoping that I could just get rid of it in one go.
Okay. So over to Phil's go.
So
Phil is forced to do something with one of his Warbringers.
So Warbringers get 2 turns. So it's going to turn.
Yeah.
Move its 5.
And we're avoiding decisions on here. And because Phil wants to see what I'm doing, and I want to see what Phil's doing with that Warbringer.
It's going to turn back.
Right. Phil, I'm going to disappoint you and force you to play your hand. I'm going to activate this guy, and he's going to go there.
Okay.
Show me what you're doing with that Warbringer.
You've got enough movement to get... I've got 2 options.
Shall we? Yeah. Shall we explain what's going on here?
So the 2 options are, like, I've got to deal with them because they've got the speed to get round now, because on the flank they worry me. So I've got 2 options. I can move the Warbringer forward. Possibly should have done full stride thinking about it now, so I could have actually got him out of the line of sight of them. You're going to be able to hit the side of them, which I don't want, because then you've got +3 then on your damage rolls. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll do my 2 full turns, and then you go back half. You can walk back half your distance.
Yeah.
So my 2.5 inches, and just come back there.
Right.
So hopefully then you won't be within your scale to start getting all your bonuses
stuff. Yeah. And now Phil has shown his hand there. That's your last Titan. So I'm going to finish off my turn. I'm going to start moving up with this Reaver because I can't recover any heat because I'm not taking any, because all I did was fire my Apocalypse Launcher last time. So I'm going to move up, 6 inches?
No, 6
to here base. With my Reaver. And he's going to move slightly to the side as well with that. I don't think that's benefiting me. He's just going to go straight forwards. Now, the Warhounds. The question is how aggressive am I with these? The objective is in the middle, not to kill the Princeps Seniores. I really want to kill that Princeps Seniores. But I could be giving Phil 4 victory points by attacking him and just wiping out my Warhounds. Now, what I could also do is come round and hit that Reaver in the flank. And that sort of secures my centre a bit more. I'm going to go with that as being worth the trade-off. I'm going to assume that you kill those Warhounds, and that's worth the trade-off for holding the centre a bit more strongly. So, let's go for it. I'm going to push my reactor on my... I'm not going to push my reactor on my lead Warhound, and I'm just going to go 8 inches. So I'm going to go my 8 inches forwards and put myself in real danger, that Warbringer, because I'm going to expose my flank. And he's going to properly do me in. And that's because I don't want to take any additional speed. Oh, do I just roll for it and go hot diggity dog? I'm going to just roll for the extra speed.
Are you only moving one or are you moving them together?
I'm going to move them both together, but obviously I've got to do them separately. So the additional speed. Oh, take a test.
I hope it dies.
Take a test. I fail. Is it a D6?
Awaken Machine Spirits, a D6. 1. Other than ending the current action, there is no effect. You absolute. Who put that in there?
Right, so my Warhound stays there, and I've not got...
No. Other than ending the current action, there is no effect.
Yeah, so
you move?
You push at the start, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I'm blocked with my other Warhound, which sort of makes that decision for me. So I can't actually do that plan that I've spent ages going over. I'm going to, with my other Warhound, completely abandon ship. Completely abandon ship. So what I'm going to do is... See ya! Oh, do I just blast away at Phil's pissing Warbringer? This will be funny. Is that 6 inches?
No.
No. I can't step over that. My other Warhound is also going to push for speed. 1. So he goes at 1. And actually, from the Awakened, I take a heat as well. So that's now in the orange.
Oh, yeah.
So I go 12 and just pop out of this building to fight the Reaver in the centre. And that's into repairs phase. So Phil, do you want to do yours first on me?
So because you've moved now and you finish your movement, I'm going to play Voidbreaker on the Lucius Pattern Warhound.
Okay.
So then I roll a D6.
Yeah.
2. You get take 2 shield saves.
Right. So I'm on a 3.
And that was absolutely pointless.
It didn't go the best for you, I'd say. That 2
Yeah.
So
but I wanted
repairs.
to change.
Shall I just speed through mine?
Yeah.
So my Lucius Warhound gets a 6, so recovers its...
Get an extra 1, by the way. Do they only have 2? So yeah, they do.
They get 2, yeah, plus the servitors. My Mars Warhound that failed miserably. Doesn't fully fail miserably, but I recover the heat. So I'm not going to be taking hits in the end phase. And my Apocalypse Launcher Reaver that took a heat, or that took a shield, sorry, gets a shield back. And that's me repaired as I can.
My Reaver, the only one I've got left, nothing. My Warbringer, which is my Seniores,
gets a shield back.
It doesn't need one, so he's just going to get a heat back. And the other one gets 2 heat back.
Right. So Phil's just down 1 heat on each of his Warbringers, and he's down 2 heat and on 1 shield for his Reaver.
Yeah.
So that's in shooting. I go first, don't I?
Yeah.
That sounds like that sounded shit. He's going first.
No.
He's very hard to remember anything at all. I'm going to start with my Titan Hunter Infantry into the Reaver.
Okay.
So that's 4 dice.
Am
I within 6?
Not off
I'll start the
first one. You are.
I've got to activate them separately.
Yeah.
So the closest one doesn't get anything. I'm not going to complain about them though. I'm not going to complain about them.
Second one?
They've got to activate separately, so it's your go.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. They don't activate as like a squadron or anything?
I think I'm going to activate the Reaver because I think it's dead if it doesn't. It's going to go into the Senores, and because I think that it's going to die, I'm just going to push on everything to try and break those shields. So first one, I'm going to do the Laser Blaster.
And that's the arm.
That's the
So
arm.
I've got no cover from that, and you're within 15. Surely.
No. Oh, I am.
You are.
So it's hitting on 3s.
Yep.
3 hits.
Yeah, and 1
Heat.
heat into yellow. So 3 hits at -1. I'm on a 3-up save at the moment. Goes to 4s. I'm on full reactor.
So you're going to push, aren't you? There you go.
Of course. I'm going to push. I take 2. So I'm still in the yellow. And my shields, I don't get a reroll of that 2. And I just take the 1.
So I'm going to push now with the Laser Blaster.
Yes.
Sorry, the Turbo Laser Destructor.
The top hat.
So I got 1. I'm now in orange, but you've got now 2 shield saves at 4.
Okay. So the 2 shield saves, I'm just going to take them. I take 1. I go into 4 track.
Then I'll shoot the Melter Cannon, which hits.
So I take 2 shield saves. I really don't want to go down to none. What's life without living on the edge? I take 1 and I'm still in 4.
I've Reaver done.
Yeah, so into my go. You've got 1 shield left, haven't you, on your Reaver?
Yes.
I'm going to fire the further away Titan Hunter Infantry that hits on 4s. So 2 saves.
You don't get
5s.
5.
So 1 save.
Saved.
Loves it.
Now I'm going to go with the Warbringer. I don't really... Ooh, no, we'll go with the Senores because it's easy what that's going at. It's going at the...
Yeah, the Warhound.
Warhound.
That failed me. Failed me.
First one, you're not within 15, so I'm getting -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the Warbringer. I'm going to use the Quake Cannon first.
Because its benefit doesn't matter.
It's got -1 to hit because you're within 24 inches. It's got -1 to hit because you're over 15. So I'm hitting on 5s.
Okay.
Oh,
it nails me.
2 saves.
I don't really want to, but okay. So I'm on 4s. I'll just take him. You're dead. Oh, he's not be dead.
And then 4s for the Bellicosa.
Yeah.
Right, so 1 heat on that one there.
And the scatter.
Come on, low scatter. Come on, low scatter. That's not what I wanted. And then the second Bellicosa doesn't hit. Goes up another heat. And then the scatter. 3 inches, which will scatter off it. It'll scatter off it.
Are you sure? That is in... No, I think you don't hold me, but...
Right, 1 save on that there.
Yeah. So the save, I fail, and I've got 1 void shield left. So that's over to me go. My Reaver with the volcano cannon and stuff will fire first. And I'm going to fire everything.
Okay.
So my Apocalypse Launcher... Can you just check whether I'm over 15 inches away? I'm definitely
over 15 inches away.
Yeah. So I've got -1 for that, -2 for the heavy cover of firing directly through the pylon. That's what it's called.
-1 for short range, but it doesn't really matter because you're on 6s.
Yeah. So I get 2.
No more shields.
And then into the volcano cannon. So the volcano cannon fires and it hits with 1 being done. So I'm still in the green. And where does it go? So, nothing. I get nothing to the body.
You get 2.
Oh, I do.
You get
A 3. Plus the volcano cannon strength 10, so 13.
onto the body.
Yeah.
That is.
So 2 down the body track, and then my turbo laser, or my laser blaster, sorry, gets 3 shots. I'm at long range, heavy cover, -1 for over 15, 6s. Nothing. And that's over to Phil's go with the Warbringer.
The Warbringer,
Non-Senores.
non-Senores, is going to go. Really want the Warhound, but only 2 of its guns can hit the Warhound.
Oh, you really want that specific Warhound, do you? Maybe for a...
Well, no, because this is not Senores.
Oh, it's your Senores that has to do them into.
Yeah.
So we can't read into that at all.
The Reavers, it will go after the Warhound, do the Quake Cannon and the Volcano Cannon. So,
both of them?
Yeah, it can't shoot that one, can it? Oh wait.
Yeah, it's 90 degree from the front.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do the volcanoes first.
Okay.
So you've got it's 6s.
Okay. Oh, you nailed me, but for 2 for heat. So
2 saves.
2 saves on that Warhound. I'm on full Void Shield track, so I'm fine.
And then the next one. Sorry, we'll do the Quake next, which is 6s. I didn't need to roll that because it's the Quake Cannon.
You roll that because it was out of the tray?
It still scatters.
So
Dom.
9 inches off. And then the third one.
Which is the Volcano Cannon. Scatters.
Scatters. Yeah, the scatter one.
3 inches backwards.
So 3 inches backwards will get me, but not the hole. So I take a save. It's so unfair. Why didn't I push? So that's over to me go. In my go, I'm going to... So it doesn't matter the order of firing back because Phil's activated everything.
Yeah.
So it's just what I think will cause most damage and when. I'm going to fire first with my Reaver. And the reason for that is my Warhound's in the flank, so I can get a slight bonus to that. And if I'm really feeling spicy, I might declare a coordinated strike and not fire my other Warhound this turn to just get a bit of a bonus. The Reaver goes first, and with no shields left on Phil's Reaver, I'm going to fire the Melter Cannon first. So Phil's... Are you within 15? Did we already measure that?
It's not 15, it's... Oh, am I in within 15? Yes.
Yeah, so just about within 15. The Melter Cannon fires a 3-inch blast, and I hit because there's no cover either way.
Yeah.
So it gets 2 melter shots. Strength 11 goes to 14s to the weapon. Which weapon, you ask? The top hat. So 14 flips it. My Gatling blaster is going to fire. And what do I need to wound your body, Phil? So I've got strength 5.
So you've got no pluses on my body at the moment. You can detonate.
I'm going to aim for that weapon.
Yeah.
Right. So I need 5s to hit. I get 2 hits. Strength 5. And see what they do. A 6 and a 3, so it's an 8 and an 11.
So 11 is a detonation. Strength 7 hit on the body.
So the strength 7 hit on the body does a 3.
Which goes up 1 track.
Okay. And the 8 does nothing, I imagine.
No.
Yeah. And then my Apocalypse Launcher, I'm going to fire an Earthshaker missile.
Okay.
So that halves Phil's movement if I hit the body.
All right.
Just like a Quake Cannon.
Okay.
And that's a Krytos special. So I hit on a 3, and I do.
Don't you get -1 for Apocalypse Launchers for in short range? Or is that, did you get +1 for long range?
I shall have. So it's actually 2 shots. So I get a hit. It's strength 4. So I don't think I can do anything. But
Just means I can't
Phil's
move away.
movement is halved in the next turn.
No, you can. If you roll a 6...
I get a weapon with a 4. Which weapon? The 1. So it's an 8 to the left weapon.
No. No.
Okay. So that is my Reaver. And I've just got... So my Warhound, I'm going to declare a coordinated strike. They're both going to target Phil's Reaver. Now, my Mars pattern, way over this side, can't actually fire at that Reaver. So the shots are just wasted. Whereas my Warhound near the centre, the Lucius pattern, will, although he's outside of 15, so I get -1 to hit, just means I can do that bit more damage when it can do, rather than just flailing into the shields of a Warbringer. So I'm going to go first with the plasma gun that will go on maximal fire. I'm over 8 inches, so that's -1. Outside of 15, that's -1. I'm hitting on 5s. So get 1 hit and a scatter. And the scatter goes wild. Suppose we're playing terrain rules, but so I get a holy hit to the Reaver. I've got coordinated strike, not Ferox, but I'm in the side, so it's still +2. To the where? To the special, no one's got a special, so that's body with a nothing. And 5 + 10 + 2 is 17.
So it goes up 2, and then I've just put these.
Is that on a critical track?
Then it's 1 on a critical track.
Right. Next, I'm going to fire the Warhound's Vulcan Mega Bolters. I'm going to target shot that body that we all love so well. So I get a definite miss on the 1, definite miss on the 2. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting on 6s because it's 3s over 15-inch range, 4s -2 for the cold shot is 6s.
Yeah.
So I just get 2 hits to the body that do 6 plus side plus coordinated strike. So that's 8 plus whatever the track is.
+2.
+2, 10. So I get a 12 and a 14.
12 goes up 1, and the 14 goes up 2.
Okay, and that's 1 for the push and 1 for the critical, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. So Phil's on
You can't go any further.
Yeah,
than,
no, he's I need another hit to do anymore. So Phil's on the last damage track of the body, which will mean tasty things, I think, in the end phase.
Yeah, he dies in the end phase, baby. Oh, no. Just wait.
No.
Wait.
So the second shot pushes Phil over the red, and he goes to the second hole of his critical track. And that brings us into the end phase of this turn. So Phil's got a reactor leak 1, is it?
Yeah.
On his Titan. That pushes him into the red on the reactor track with the Reaver that I've been targeting. Does it have anything else on that? Or is it just reactor
Void
leak 1?
shield burnout.
So
but he's got no void shields anyway, so...
Yeah, so you can't repair it until you repair that critical damage.
Yeah.
Right, cool. So that's the end of that turn, and we go into the start of turn 4. So we roll to see who goes first. So because they're in the pot. 6 and a 2. So I'm going to fire my Apocalypse missile launcher at
the Reaver.
Yeah, Phil's Reaver.
Yeah. So 4s.
6s because I'm going to target your body, right? 1. So you get +2 on the track.
+3.
+3. 4, 12 advances in 1. And yeah, hopefully that will be enough damage to take him out in the damage control phase. My Titan Hunter Infantry are going to stay where they are. And then orders, I'm not going to do any orders.
I'm not going to do that in that order because if I do it in that order, I can't do any others.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is,
Yeah, you can just do all of yours. 'Cause I'm not doing any.
right, okay. Tell you what, we'll do first fire with this one. And
Yeah. So this is first fire on the non-Princeps and Horus. I loved it.
passes. We'll do first fire on the Princeps.
Yeah.
Nope.
But he's the Princeps, so he gets +2 to his.
So he's fine.
Yeah, he does get it.
And then emergency repairs on the other one. On the Reaver.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Is that a 1?
Yeah. It's a
It's a
very
7.
shittily.
It's a 7.
Oh, was that the 7 that you're on?
Yeah. That's the 7. Was
Right.
it?
Sorry. I think it was. Let's go with the 7 because I don't care.
Okay.
Like, I don't care enough.
I picked it. The 7 and the 1 are right next to each other, and they're really badly painted.
At least every time I play Titanicus, that the difference between that 1 and the 7 comes up, and I'm like, oh, that was a 1. Oh no, it's a 7. Oh, it's a 7.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a 1.
It's not like it's prolonging its life. It's not going to do much.
Right. So,
Are you sure you don't want to do any orders? First fire 1? Because you're going first.
I know, but I'm counting on that just exploding itself.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
Realistically, I'm counting on that just exploding itself.
Okay.
So, in my first activation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to push my Mars Warhound's reactor. And he's going to get out of there. Yes, he takes none. So, I got to activate both Warhounds. The first one is going to come round to a nice, safe position. The second one is going to just move to there because I can't get past my knight at the moment. So, but I just really wanted to preserve that Warhound. So into Phil's go. So, first fire,
No.
emergency repairs.
No, I'm not going to do the emergency repairs.
Oh, you're just going to ignore the first fire and...
No, I'm just going to move this forward 9 inches.
Oh, do you know what? This is probably going to be the last turn of the game. So I'm going to have to actually just move my Reaver to next to that exploding, next to the exploding Reaver. I'm not going to do it yet. Not yet. I'm going to move my knight over here. 10 round. Oh, I should have done. What's it called? Move more. Full stride. So he's going to move to there, in case it goes to 5 turns. That's over to Phil's go for first firing.
Yeah.
And he's the Warbringer over here is. It now can't do much, but it did force me to immediately move my Warhound, which has wasted this Warhound.
I'll go into the side of the Reaver with 1 gun. So no, we'll just do the Quake Cannon because there's no point in pushing my reactor. So
Yeah.
It's got actually a full line, so it's only -1.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be on 4s.
Yeah, and that's because it's over 15 inches. So it misses and goes 3 inches. Is it a large blast?
It is.
So he's there.
It hits the Reaver, but I don't think
not
it
anything else from the top down. So onto the Reaver. He's got a 3 up because this is the one on the right, and he passes. Not wanting to expose my... Oh, do you know what? My knights are going to move and get 10 inches. Looks a bit weird that they're just going over terrain, but they can ignore it because they're knights. And get to here. So I want to be close to that marker. So it's Phil's next first fire. Of which he's probably best just firing at my Reaver over here. Or he could hold out my knights.
Oh, yeah, that was... I'll just do the Reaver.
Into
Do the Reaver. Again, the Bellicosa.
The Bellicosa.
Not the Bellicosa, the Quake. Misses. 7 inches, nowhere.
It'd really help you if you
could roll a 4 or 5 up. Yeah, that'd really help me. Yeah.
Do you know what? That's the spot on tactic for the next game.
Yeah. Every single thing that could have scattered has scattered wildly off.
Do you know what? You've been doing so well in this campaign series up to now. You've won every game.
Can't be upset. Can't be upset.
So my Reaver is going to push for speed. It takes a heat into yellow and goes 9 inches forwards towards.
Oh, I hope that just goes supernova and kills everything.
Well, it could do, right? Like, I mean, I need to get onto that objective this turn, but because of you placing it there, you could just explodes all over me. Have you got anything else?
No.
No. So my other Reaver is going to check the objective.
Moving 6.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to just a closer position. What do you think? You reckon I'm within 6 there? I am within 6 there, aren't I?
It weren't that. Is if you move closer, it goes through your shields. You don't get your shield safe.
Yeah, but I think I need to. I'll bet on that being 6. Go on then.
Right. Okay.
Into damage control phase, Phil. Do you want to go? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you do?
So Phil.
10.
I think it's a 6 on Void Shield Burnout, isn't it?
No, it's catastrophic damage table.
Oh, it's reactor overload. Yeah.
Catastrophic meltdown. The Titan is destroyed, all D3, and add the number of holes on the Titan's plasma reactor status track. Each model within that many inches of the Titan before it was removed is hit by a blast. Each unit that is hit was D6 hit, bypassing void shields with a strength equal to the Titan scale +1.
Right, so roll a D3, Phil.
3!
And your scale is 7?
No, it's 8.
So that's 11 inches. So that's all my knights and my Reavers, but not my Warhounds.
So we'll do the knights first.
So the 1
takes
D6 hits, strength of 9. So it takes 6 hits at strength 9. That's that dead, Phil. Because strength 9 I don't get a save against.
Right, okay. So should we do the other knights now then?
Yeah. They take 2 hits.
No, they take D6 hits.
Yeah, so you got 2, didn't you?
No, it's a 3.
Oh, right, I'm looking at it as a D.
3. Yeah.
Right, so 3 hits do a nothing, an 11,
and a 15.
So the 11 is direct, which takes out a knight. Oh no, it takes the knight to a red, and the 15 pushes me past, so it takes out a knight. So I'll take out the middle knight. Next, which one do you want to do it on? Princess and Horus or?
Yeah, go on then. 3
hits. Bypassing voids.
A location dice. There it is.
Yeah. So he does a 9, 14, and an 11 to my leg. So 14 is devastating, and the 11 is direct.
And then your other Reaver
takes 4. 4 to the wear. So 1's ignored. 12, 12, and 13 to the body. So 12 is direct, so that's 2 from the 1 and 1. And 14 is devastating, 1, 2. Okay. Right. So now.
And that's it. It doesn't lie low, it just goes.
Yeah. So, do you want to just repair your other 2 Titans?
Yeah, go on.
So the Signorez gets 2 on the plasma reactor, and the non-Signorez gets 4 on the plasma reactor because he's gotten full shields on both.
They need to take a shaken.
My knights need to take a shaken test. 4, I've got a seneschal, so they're just about fine. Yeah. Oh, sorry, a Lord Scion.
Lord Scion.
Yeah, I've been saying seneschal all game. It's a Lord Scion. My Signorez Reaver gets a 5 and a 4, so reactor and a shield. My non-Signora's Reaver gets back to full on reactor. Warhound on the right, which is the Mars, gets 2 shields back and a nothing. And my Warhound on the left gets 2 shields but only needs 1. And that is the damage control phase. So into shooting.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, is it me go first?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start with my Titan Hunter infantry.
Okay.
Into Phil's Warbringer over there.
So this one's hitting on 4s.
Yeah, within 6, 1 first. Gets 2 shields.
I will use my reactor. Didn't need it, and I just got 1 pip.
Yeah, and Phil can be pretty blasé because those Warbringers have taken nothing all game.
Warbringer is going to shoot at the Reaver.
Yeah.
So we'll do the Bellicosa first.
Yeah.
Do the right-hand Bellicosa. I'm going to be hitting on 6s.
Okay.
No matter which one it is. I think the pylon is obscuring enough.
Right.
So first one.
Oh, misses
no
but
hit.
nothing.
So where does it go? I hate the fact that is the same colour as the rest of the dice. 10 inches.
Oh, so it just misses that Warhound. It hits here. On top of there.
Right. The next Bellicosa wakens the machine spirit. Misses. I'll just do the miss first. 2 inches. Still
so the shot might not happen if you.
So does it not? Okay.
No, roll on you. So it's 2-inch scatter.
5.
Oh,
choose.
You roll on you to see if you.
Oh yeah.
Awaken. Well, you got a 5 on a d6, so let's just call that.
No, we'll do it properly.
He loves
7.
it. So the shot does happen. You're not awakened.
Yep.
And it scatters 2 inches off. So we'll still hold me and gets 1 hit on the knights.
Okay, so do the 2 on.
My 2 shields on the Reaver.
Fine.
And on the knights.
One.
A 5.
One's dead.
Plus your 12, is it? Plus your 10?
10.
15. So that's a critical. Just takes. Oh no, it's a devastating. So pops me 2 on the track. Finally, the Quake Cannon.
Yep. That's going to be exactly the same.
So roll to hit.
Doesn't hit. Surprise. Scatters wildly off. Surprise.
These pilots going to be executed, I imagine.
Oh, does anybody want a Legio after this? They don't deserve to go back on the table after that.
Right, so into my go, my other Titan Hunter infantry into your thing. I get 1 hit, so I'm not within 6.
1 save.
Right. And then you've got a Titan, and I've got 1 Titan left because my Warhounds will be out of range of anything they can see. And that's it, really, for this turn.
So everything's gonna go straight into the Reaver.
Yeah, this
just try and do a little bit of damage.
So
what shield save do you want at the moment?
that Reaver is full.
Oh, is it the other one that isn't?
Yeah. Because you've been targeting Signoras, and that's why I hit it.
No, I thought it was every single. Did it save every single? What? Okay. So Bellicosa first. Doesn't hit.
So it scatters. 10 backwards.
It's not going to hit me.
No, he's not going to hit Phil.
The other Bellicosa hits.
Nails. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really surprised that that's actually happened. Would you like to save your shields now?
So that's 1. He's fine. He's fine. And the volcano cannon.
No, the quake.
Oh, the quake, sorry.
7 inches.
The same. Into
No,
nothing.
it's going this way. But he's still going to go. He's not going to hit anything, I don't think.
And then my shot's back. I'll do the Apocalypse Launcher into Phil's dude first at -2 to hit, -3 because I'm at over 15.
Okay.
So nothing hits. The Laser Blaster arm gets 1 hit on the shields.
Were you draining or anything?
No. Need 60s to hit.
Fine.
And then the volcano cannon, I'm just going to leave because I don't want to fire with that particular volcano cannon at anything with full shields up when so much else has so many shots. And that's the end of turn 4. We start with pushback of the Melosian 9 warrior forces.
Definitely.
He's spearheaded by the Titans, punishing those filthy gore crows. Sorry, Phil, but I think he was the first success of the campaign for me. And I'm going to rub it in a little bit.
It was about time, wasn't it? It was about time, really.
Yeah. I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse in the last one. So it is about time.
I do want to get a die, though, that rolls above a 4, though. If you could just sort that out for me in the next game, that'd be great.
So one thing that may not immediately be apparent is we roll in the same dice and they apparently just roll terribly for Phil. Well, I suppose these have been blessed in the channel.
Yeah. You can roll a 7 on a d6.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I only need I only need 6s to hit here. Bam, 3. Yes. It just seemed to work out for me in every shot that game and not work out. It was just one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I was rolling really high for the scatters, like really, really high. They were just, even though you've got quite a lot of stuff on the board, it just wasn't clipping anything else. So I don't really mind using blasted and missing because usually it's clipped that or it's done this or it's done that. And it just went in the middle of no man's land all the time. And I didn't have, this is just something I realised, and I think we spoke about this off camera. I realised in my first turn that I didn't have enough shots to take down your shields. And I was like,
I've fucked up here.
I've got my list wrong a little bit here. But you would never know that.
I think it was just... We'd set this terrain because of the amount of choke... We're playing choke points, right? Yeah. And I think just with the speed of the Warhounds that I had, and you had a bit of a heavier mana pool.
Yeah.
And I think just being able to dance around that terrain, especially on the right of camera, where my Warhounds could jump in, take out that Reaver as soon as it got there, and then jump back out. And I didn't take any losses from that because your forces were then split down the centre and down that flank with what they could see.
Yeah.
I think that was just a big turning point in the game.
Well, I thought the Reaver might have exploded or done something. I thought it was going to bang into something. That's why I wasn't really too bothered that it died, because I thought, I'm going to get a Warhound here.
Yeah.
And the fact that it went backwards.
Yeah, it just happened to backwards. Not get but the misses as well from that Warbringer at the back.
Yeah.
But I think more dice in the list next time. And
which one do you reckon was the one that I picked, by the way?
I reckon the Lucius.
No, because it's my favourite Warhound. It was the Mars.
Right.
Because the Lucius is my favourite.
Remove
type
that filthy
of
Mars
from
the
Mars
table.
I was trying to get rid of.
Right.
So when you left it there, and I was like, yes. And then every shot did nothing.
Yeah. But that's it, isn't it? I'm saying something about the strategy there, and it just wasn't the day of the... I was going to say the traitor forces, but we're both traitors here.
Yeah.
It's the non...
Yeah.
The War Masters specific forces.
I think it's for the first time as well that I've taken my Call of the Week or something, I can't remember which it is. And even though you've moved out of arcs, I've had nothing that's been able to shoot at it.
Because when I've moved out of arcs,
you've been into cover. So that's been a little bit annoying. It makes me sound like I'm criticising the game. I had a great time playing it. I did. And it's about time that I lost one, to be fair.
I'd say so. So if you liked watching the game, if you liked seeing Phil's cleanly shaven face, newly from the channel, don't forget to do the YouTubey stuff and leave a comment of whether you like new Phil. And with that, we'll close it out. We'll see everyone in a bit.